Hi, I'm Jamie Flinchball and welcome to the Purposeful and Productive Life short course. This week's topic is about decluttering. It's about getting rid of things that are really distracting you. Distractions are incredibly unproductive. They can weigh on you, they can weigh on your mind. Every time you look at them, you start thinking about it. That chews up your time, it chews up your mental focus, and quite frankly, it makes you feel unaccomplished because these things are in the way. There's two types of decluttering that we want to get rid of, that we want to discard in terms of what we have going on. One is things that sit in our queue. So if you built your Kanban, if you built your to-do list, if you have a digital one, there's actually, especially in the tool Trello that I use, it's actually an aging feature. It shows you how long a card hasn't been touched. And a card might sit there for far too long, and then you start to think, well, geez, I keep moving it, I keep moving it, I keep moving it. I never get around to actually moving it into my WIP file. Well, you have to look at that and ask yourself why. There's one of two reasons. Either you're afraid of it, not happy with it, you just don't want to do it, and so you just need to bite the bullet and move it to the top of the pile. Or, turns out, it's not really that important. And then, all you need to do is get rid of it. It's incredibly productive when you start looking at a growing queue list and you see a bunch of things that you'd like to do, you thought at some point was a good idea, and you're just not getting around to it. Get rid of them. You're not going to get around to them, so stop leaving them on your list. It's simply just a distraction. The other kind is something that's bouncing around in your head, something that's a worry or an angst. Now, depending on the magnitude of that worry or angst, there's only so much we can do about it. But simply deciding that you're not going to pay attention to that is quite productive. And one way we do that is, write the worry on a to-do card. We put it over there in the WIP pile and then simply move it over to the done. We have done a small, little, simple gesture to tell our brain we're done worrying about that. We're done with the angst about that particular topic. We've moved on because there's nothing we can or choose to do about it. And that's what's particularly important, is there's plenty of things that are wrong that we do want to engage in. There's a whole lot of others that we know when we really face the music, we're not going to do anything about, but we continue to have that angst around it, that worry about it. When we can move it on and say, I've decided I'm not going to worry about that anymore, then we can focus on other things. It's not always that easy, but sometimes it is. So try that little trick and declutter your mind. So that's what I have for you to do, is do two of those things. Come to your to-do list, find something that you're really not going to get done, get rid of it, and take one angst, one worry, write it down, move it across your board, and make an effort to move on. That's your assignment. See you next week.